Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. The league continues. It's 2,000 points, and the 1,000 Suns are about to make their entrance into our Season 13 League battle reports. So, an army that performed well. This army really has gone through evolution, thanks to the addition of Magnus the Red. Very downcast of the army, they were struggling, and then as soon as Magnus arrived, things really changed. So they've turned into an army that's done a lot better. They did very well last season. 1,000 Suns looking to make a strong start here for Season 13. So they're up against Mike's Salamanders. Salamanders have already played a game. They currently sit at 7th in the league. They're not guaranteed to go through, but they're certainly not out of the league either. So Mike's looking for a strong performance with his Salamanders as well. Expect a lot of fire here in this game. Salamanders boasting a tremendous amount of flamers. So too the 1,000 Suns, plenty of flames, perhaps of a different colour being used, but fire being used against fire here in this battle. So for the 1,000 Suns, awaiting their codex, I'm going to run them here in this game. Mike's obviously going to run his Salamanders here for this battle. Going by the latest points here, which I've seen a slight reduction. The Terminator units have dropped 10 points each, so that's freed up a little bit of space to add in one of the enhancements, which is great. So we have Magnus the Red, who takes up about a quarter of the points here for this army, 465 points for him. Then we have 2 Exalted Sorcerers across here, taking the Warp Flame Pistols and Staves for each of those. The one that's jumping or slightly levitating off the ground, I'm going to give him an enhancement here in this battle. So it's the Umbralific Crystal. It basically lets him and his unit be removed from the board in the command phase. Then they can deep strike back in the next turn. Dangerous enough, they can become like an ambush type unit. When he joins one of the Rubric Marine units, they're all equipped with flamers at range 12, so potentially a decent enough ambush unit. So moving on then to the Rubric Marines. There's another good move was to expand the number of units of those, around 10 for years. Now I've got 2 squads of 10, so doubled the numbers of them. So regular Rubric Marines, Soul Reaper Cannon in each squad, as an Aspiring Sorcerer with a Stave, Warp Flame Pistol in each of those. I've taken the mark on there as well, the Icon of Flame on each of them, and all the others equipped with Warp Flamers, gone for the Flamer option across the board with both of those squads. Then cannon fodder squads on either side, so Zangors, 2 squads of 10, taking the Chainsword and pistol for each of those. And then across here, we're taking Chaos Cultists here. Now, if you're wondering where these have come from, these are Age of Sigmar models. Tzeentch Acolytes, I think they're called. I think you get a box of 20, so one box was enough to do is 2 squads of 10. They are perfect to use in 40k as Chaos Cultists. And then you can see some of them have got pistols and chainswords. Those are actually borrowed as spares from my Zangors set, which for 40k, if you buy the 40k box, does come with auto pistols and chainswords. So the hands and wrists just shift just nicely over onto these, so able to mix them up and get some nice Tzeentch themed cultists. 2 Mauler Fiends here to act like hounds here for Magnus the Red to be unleashed. And then finally Lasher Tendrils, by the way, for those, and the Mauler Fiend Fists. And then 2 Terminator squads, 2 squads of 5. There's a Hellfire Missile Rack in each squad, a Soul Reaper Cannon, and then the Aspiring Sorcerer, he has the Stave and Inferno Combat Bolter for him. So that is the list here for the Thousand Sons. Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated for them. So Nightmare, one of our Phoenix Lords, is going to be allocated onto Magnus the Red here for this game. And then one of the Sub-Commanders, one of the Autarchs supporters here on channel membership, it's Dave Humphreys. I'm going to put him onto the Exalted Sorcerer that can do the Deep Strike Maneuver as the second in command. And I'm going to be supported by 5 of our gold level Patreons for some critical dice rolling at crucial points during the game. So that'll be Plumhammer, Joash Forth, Darth Windu, Longbow BB, and Michael German. So that's the list here for the Thousand Sons. For all of your Warhammer needs, accessories, other gaming systems, paint sprays and so on, it's gamingfigures.com. Link for them in the video description below. They're based in the UK. If you're in the Middlesbrough sort of area, you can pop in and visit them. They've got a great store and a great gaming area there as well. But link below for gamingfigures.com. And then we also have a new channel sponsor as well for painting commissions. So if you're looking painting commissions done, link below. That's Art W Studio is the new painting commission sponsor on the channel. Big thanks to them for their sponsorship. Hopefully we'll see some of their models, possibly armies, being featured on the channel as well. So we've got that to look forward to. But do check out their website and get in touch with them for your own painting commission work. That's the Thousand Sons ready to go. We'll take a look now and see what the Salamanders have in their list. All right, so 2,000 points of Salamanders. Mike's running the Firestorm Assault Force as per usual. He's borrowing a couple of Imperial Fist models here just to finish off the army here for this game. There's other units currently on the painting desk, but not quite ready in time for this game. But as we've seen already this season, the League marches on. You just have to just throw armies in when the opportunity arises. But let Mike run through his list.
Okay, so this is 2,000 points on the nose, and I'm going to start left to right. So I'm paying for 10 Inferno Marines, but there's only 9, plus the Librarian, so it will only take 10 models in the drop pod. So this is unit of 10 going with Heston. I have 5 Intercessors. I have a Land Raider Redeemer, 6 Blade Guard, a Lieutenant. He'll have the upgrade, the Champion of Humanity. I have Adrax Agatone also leading them. I have a Repulsor, not the Repulsor Executioner, it's just the Repulsor, it's the same chassis. I have 6 Aggressors led by a Captain. These will be the Flamers. And then I have 6 Eradicators.
Okay. 2 multi-melters and 4 melter rifles. Yeah. Okay. Any further enhancements? You've mentioned him, Champion of Humanity.
Champion of Humanity, sorry, and then he will have the Adamantium Mantle. And I just think it's quite relevant. One, I couldn't afford the original upgrade that I gave him, but this one fits the narrative. Basically, I can reduce the damage, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of the attack. And if I'm hit by a torrent or melter weapon, it becomes damage 1.
Whoa. Nice. And then doesn't he already have a roll anyway? There's half damage, isn't it?
Yep.
Oof, it's hard. So 1 wound at a time, basically, against him. That's the list here for the Salamanders. We have a commander and sub-commander allocated. So the main man will be, it's very cross, but who's going to be a commander? Agatone.
Agatone, all day long, yeah.
And then Heston, second in command.
Second in command, yeah.
That's going to be Valen Alsorna, one of the Autark supporters on the channel. And then for critical dice rolling during this game, we picked some Imperial players here from the gold level Patreons. It's Chris Heim, Nicholas Lucas, Blood Angels Ryan, Michael Fryer, and Sam Hermes. That's the list here for the Salamanders. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. So we have a scenario. The primary mission is Purge the Foe. Deployment is Search and Destroy, which is fighting from corner to corner for table quarters. And then Inspired Leadership for the mission role. Inspired Leadership, if we remember it, if your Warlord is on the battlefield outside of your deployment zone, then it is a +1 to battle shock tests within 9 inches of him. Then for Search and Destroy, we're fighting diagonally. Thousand Suns in this table quarter. And then marked by the green dice is the deployment zone for the Salamanders. You can deploy pretty close to each other. If you go into the corners, it's not too much of a distance between the units, if armies want to do that. There's 5 objectives on the board, 1 dead center. This one here with the cat sat on top. 1 here on the right-hand side, just at the corner of this ruin. 1 in quite open ground over there. And then there's a home objective each. This one here for the Thousand Suns tucked inside this ruin. And I think it's the same for Mike. It's just through the window, just in there is the home objective for the Salamanders. Purge the Foe is kill more stuff and control more objectives, basically. So any turn of the game, including turn 1, if you destroy an enemy unit, you get 4 points. Then turn 2 onwards, if you destroy an enemy unit, you get 4 points. And also an extra 4 points if you destroy more enemy units on that battle round. And then for objectives, it's turn 2 onwards. The control of any objective in your command phase will get you 4 points. If you control more than the opponent, it gets you a bonus 4 points. So kill more and control more is the aim of the game. Both of us are going to go for the random draw for our secondaries. And then some clarifications on terrain. So we will add some regular ruins for these. This one, wherever you see them, basically that one across the other side as a ruin also. Then obscuring ruins will be this structure across here joined together, so going like so, and the same for that structure over there, the same for that structure over there inside Mike's deployment zone also. And then we'll also play these 2 structures here, crucially I think, as obscuring terrain, and we'll go by sealed buildings and containers, and then we'll go by the hard edge, so it'll be going across the corners like so. For checking line of sight for obscuring. Yeah, so things like these, Unitron containers, not obscuring these structures across here, just true line of sight for those. A couple of barricades dotted around the table. So I reckon that the table is quite nicely balanced out for terrain here in this game. So we'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. Just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. Battle mat is from gamemat.eu. 60 by 44 inches in size. It is the new Badlands, the Toxic Badlands battle mat. The one I'm actually using here is the double-sided mat, so you've actually got the regular Badlands design on the other side. And then also using the Fallout Zone terrain. 2 sets of that have pretty much filled out this entire board. So these colours matching up perfectly here. The mat and the terrain just blending really well. Check out gamemat.eu for supplies of battle mats and terrain. Link for them is below. You'll also see a discount code for 11% off across the store. Alright, so deployment is done for both sides. Deployment was quick enough for the Salamanders, units going inside their transport vehicles, and a good number of units going into Deep Strike Reserve as well. So Thousand Suns deploying aggressive enough up to the edge here with a Rubric Marine squad, joined by an Exalted Sorcerer. Exalted Sorcerer joining the other squad. This is the squad that can jump once per game if they wish to. The big man himself, Magnus, deploying just behind them. 1 unit as angles to push across in that direction as well. Then backdoor duty today will be for this cultist squad, just with their eyes on the home objective. Maulafines, 2 of them, and a Zangor squad getting ready to push out on the left-hand side. Their eyes are on the objective across there. And then into reserve, as per usual really for this army, is the 2 squads of Terminators, deep striking in, and then 1 flanking squad of Chaos Cultists. Quite straightforward here for the Thousand Suns. Mauler Fiends on the left, Rubrics and their Primarch on the right hand side. That's deployment for them done. We'll go around to the other side of the board for the Salamanders. So, home objective duty here for the small squad of Intercessors. Then an Inferno squad with Heston there in the middle. And then a vehicle on either side. So Land Raider across here. Inside that is Agrax Agatone and the Blade Guard Veteran, joined by the Lieutenant. That's the left-hand group. And then on the right-hand side here, the Repulsor.
Yeah.
Regular Repulsor. Inside that is the Gravis Captain with the Aggressors with Flamers. And then in reserve is the Drop Pod with the Infernos Marines, joined by the Librarian.
Yeah.
They're inside the transports,
Yeah.
and then flanking with those, with the Eradicators, which are dangerous enough for sure. That's deployment done for both sides. So Mike says he's never faced Magnus on the channel before. The Thousand Suns were upgraded and changed, and Mike as yet has not played against this updated list. He's not played against the second squad of Rubric Marines, but crucially not against Magnus the Red. So it's a prize that you can go after here in this game. Do you want to go first or second? Not that you get to choose, but catch the vibe.
I'm thinking first.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going first in this one.
Yeah.
We will update you on the league. Stay with us through to the end of the game. At the end of all of our battle reports, we'll give you a full update on the league. So we'll tell you who's where, who's in what position, and so on. And then we'll be able to calculate the points for this game and give you the results coming through to show where each of the armies is in the league as well. So bear that in mind. If you want updated on the league, just check out the latest battle report. At the end of that battle report, we always give a summary of the points just to keep you posted as to how each of the factions is doing. Thousand Suns are ambitious enough. Salamanders Space Marines have ambitions of their own. You can't fight fire with fire. Yes, you can.
This should be
A 3
off
table. Is that a good sign or not? I think you're going first. Oh, it's a re-roll. A re-roll. A 2. Definitely going first. No, yes. All right, so it's a 5. Salamanders will make the first move in this one. Turn 1 to them next. All right, so turn 1 here for the Salamanders. They're about to make their move. Secondaries have been drawn. Aerodynal, so going after the centre of the board. Mike can choose where he wants to do that now. And then extend battle lines is the other, so further incentive to push forwards and go after no man's land objectives. That's the 2 secondaries in play. There's a couple of other announcements here. Thousand Suns, we're sitting on 10 Carbal points. 4 for Magnus. 2 for each Exalted Sorcerer, and then 1 for each of the Aspiring Sorcerers in each of the Rubric Marine squads. So it gives us a total of 10. And we have also selected to go for sustained hits for our army roll for our psychic weapons. And then for the Crimson King ability at the start of the battle round, so I'm doing that now, which is Time Flux. No, it's not Time Flux. Impossible Form, -1 to damage against Magnus the Red, in order to try and protect him. If you enjoy our games, you want to see extra content, we are producing extra battle reports. Those games, a number of them are league games as well. So if you want to see all the games in the league, then do join us at YouTube channel membership. So you can go to the video description below or go to the homepage, hit the join button. Aspect Warrior level will unlock all the bonus content that we create. It gets you onto our Discord server as well. And it also helps support the channel. We've made a recent change just to bring more rewards to those that are supporting us on membership, because we can only survive with the help that comes through from channel fans. So 5 games in the month is the usual format. We're now splitting it so that 2 games are on membership, 3 games on YouTube. So hopefully making membership more tasty and more appealing, and that helps us keep the content coming as well. So now's a great time to join us here on membership, and you can check out all the league games through the membership option. All right, so movement for the Salamanders is complete, and Mike has gone for it here with these units. You may as well just get stuck in here. We've had a number of games recently where it's taken a bit of time for the game to build up.
Yeah, I always sit back. Yeah,
not this time though. This is going to kick off straight away. So drop pods turn 1. So it's landed here just over 9 inches away. Well, actually the deployment was just over 9 inches away, the drop pod a bit further back. So they're going to obviously put some flames into here. Land Raider Crusader has made an advance. I think Mike rolled a 4, so moving down, pivoting onto the objective. That's been solidly grabbed now. Inferno Squad pushing through to the edge of the terrain, but bear in mind that's obscuring, so Mike's tucked behind there. Backdoor patrol with the Intercessor Squad just spreading out there on the home objective. And then the Repulsor has swung around, got itself just within range of that central objective, and with the Gravis Captain and Aggressors still inside. So Mike's gone strong on these 2 objectives, and obviously lining up his units to take on the Thousand Suns front line and potentially Magnus as well. Nothing going on over on that objective for now, at least.
I had considered it. I thought that might have been your weaker side, but I'm hoping I can put some hurt on.
Apply strength from here into here. We're going to shooting phase. This is a critical point in this game already.
Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll start with the Land Raider Redeemer.
Okay.
So the Hunter Killer.
Yes, Redeemer, sorry, I said Crusader, but it's the Redeemer, it's the Flamery version. So Redeemer's going to fire across here. Heavy weapons that are in range are going to go into Magnus. There's a few. Hunter Killer Missile, Twin Assault Cannon. Multi-melter can only reach to here, so it's going to go into the Rubric Marines. And the Flamers are out of range. And there's a Storm Bolter, I think, can go into those as well. Oh, Patreon time.
Sure, yep.
Yeah, Chris Heim.
So, Hunter Killer on a 2. Hits. Hunter Killer on a 2.
Yes, because of this wretched roll. Oath of the moment. Okay, AP minus.
3.
4+ invulnerable save then, I think, with him. And a pass. Blocked.
4.
The first shot at least.
6. Twin Assault Cannon, 6 shots on 3s.
The anti-chicken missile.
Anti-chicken missile, yep. So we'll hit. I need them 6s.
6s, yeah.
So it would be 6.
Must be 5s.
Out of 5s, yep.
5, 6s are good. Always got a dev. There's a win is going to come through. And I can't even do a special rule with that of ignoring it, because I'm not even required to make a saving throw. Just go straight through. So that is going to be a wound. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's twin-linked.
And you're going to fish for more 6s. And another 1. Oh, Michael, take that. That's 2 wounds caused. Dropping down to 14. Magnus the Red. So drop it down to 14. I do have 1 save to make as well. Mike rolled a 5. 2+. I'm going to have to take it because, yeah, it's down to 13. Oh, I just don't like this. Come on, Magnus. Hang in there, please. Okay, that's firepower, I think, complete against him. The rest of the shots coming from that vehicle are now going to go into the Rubric Marines.
Yep,
Multi-melter.
So, Multi-melters, hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Mike's got a spring in his step here. It's going well.
It'll be 2s to wound. 2.
2 wounds coming through.
-4, but you've a...
4 plus invulnerable save, yeah, coming from the Exalted Sorcerer. And we fail 1, block 1. So, D6. Yeah, pulverised. Okay, so we'll take him away. Okay, 1 Rubic Marine drops.
And then just 2 stone boulders. 1 hit.
No wound. Okay. So, add drop pods fired, 3 wounds came through, all 3 wounds passed against the Rubic Marines. Mike's going to get to flame first of this Inferno squad into the Rubic Marines. They're going to offload all that they have. So it's a 9-man squad, right? Because the Librarian's taken up one of the slots.
Yep.
So 9d6.
I'm trying to see whether it's worth putting... I'm going to put the Librarian, excuse me, into Magnus.
Oh.
Because he's the range for it. So... 9d6, yep. 2, 4.
So good tactics, just chipping away at the big beast, yeah. Every wound hurts.
Yep, so d6.
Okay.
Michael Fryer, only because,
Of course.
like I says, I really want to hurt this turn, so.
Okay. Into the Fryer, the Rubic Marines go. So there's auto hits coming through.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mike's got all the dice required. 3s to wound because of closest eligible target plus 1 strength.
I don't think it has to be closest eligible. It's just to be within 12. It's +1
Alright.
to the strength. Yeah.
Okay.
And all my weapons get assault. So, yep, 3s. Unfortunately, Hessen can't see them. And then aside, so I can't point them and go reroll wounds.
Oh. It's an army of combos, the Salamanders force. They are dangerous enough.
Hmm. 2, 4, 6,
About
8,
a dozen.
10, 12, 14, 16.
16. Any minuses going on here?
-1.
It is -1. Oh, ouch. This is going to hurt. 4 ups then. Ooh. It's alright. Could have been a lot worse. But we're going to lose 4 models slain. That's half my squad. Do I do battle shock tests now?
So, in your shooting phase, shot, select one infantry unit.
Battle shock failed with those. So I've lost half the number and battle shocked them as well. So it's surprise assault. Well done. Moving on, those are tucked away.
The Libby still has to go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Librarian.
He might not be long for this order, so I will give him devastating wounds. He is D6 into Magnus.
5.
Okay. 2, 4, 5. This will be on 3s re-rolling any field because of the oath.
Oh.
Still failed.
Okay, 3 hits.
This is strength 6.
5 to win becomes 4s. It's not bad.
So 2 dev.
Wow. Damage?
D3.
2d3 damage. Again, it's devastating wounds is a problem because I can't try and save against them, so you're just free to roll up here.
So I'll just roll 2 then.
Yeah.
Because I might re-roll 1 depending on how well they go.
Right, it's just
4.
I am -1 damage, right? So bear that in mind. So there's 3 damage, becomes 2. And that one, you could re-roll it, but you'd need to roll 5 or 6 for it to be worth doing. But it is Magnus.
It is Magnus, yeah.
I'm going to take off 2 wounds here anyway, so I'm going to drop down to 11.
11.
Very disconcerting.
Yeah.
Desperate man. It's going to re-roll it. 5 or 6, Mike's looking forward to... Oh, he did get it. He got a 6. Well done. It's -1, 2 damage. So I'm going to drop down to 9 wounds left. Ugh. Not good at all. Not good at all. 9 wounds left on Magnus the Red. Dear me. Good coordinated firepower here. The chipping effect. Not devastating volleys of stuff, but picking off wounds here and there. Very, very effective. Devastating wounds especially because it's preventing me from trying to roll saves. here. It's just bypassing all the levels of protection that we have. Firepower from them finished. It's been very good here from the Salamanders so far. Next is the Repulsor. It's boasting some las cannon firepower, and I think we all know where it's going to go. So defensive array is going to sneak through here onto these, going to try and chip away at them. All the heavy stuff into Magnus the Red. Smike's going to cycle through the weaponry now for the Repulsor. I think this is going to be the last bit of shooting.
Yeah, that's the last bit I've got, yeah.
Not bad. For a flamery, assaulty type army, you can pull out some decent firepower at long range.
Yes, if I got a wee bit further in that Redeemer,
would have been more.
Would have been looking at a lot more flamer goodness. Okay, so the Hunter Slayer, hitting on a 2. I'm burning through these really quickly, but I want them.
Sam Hermes.
I want them all to count.
Patreon. Yeah, it's all kicking off here on turn 1, so it's fair enough. Use them up.
Hits.
Cool.
It'll be a 2 to wound. I've used my CP. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
4+ invulnerable save. Failed. Ah, no. Right. Damage?
D6.
Straight D6?
Yeah.
And las cannons?
Last talons D6 plus 1. Twin last talon. Last cannons D6 plus 1.
I'm probably going to take one of those. Can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Ooh. D6 minus 1 damage. Ooh, could have been worse. 3, dropping down to 2. Dropping down to 7 wounds left. He is half dead. Oh, boy. Don't lose. This is humiliating. Next.
Last talon. 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
2 hits. This is what we're bracing ourselves for here, is this firepower.
Your toughness?
11.
So
2s?
No, last talon.
Oh, she's lower. 10. Right, so 5 4s.
4s.
1 comes through. That's not twin linked.
Nope, next one is.
4+ invulnerable save. Blocked that one.
Last cannon.
Yeah. Hold facing 4.
Yep. 2s.
Got the wound.
Minus
4+ invulnerable save. Passed that one, so we didn't need help from a CP. That's been blocked. Okay, could have been worse. Could have been better here for Magnus the Red. He's been targeted. Oath of Moments particularly dangerous, especially on your larger, bigger, stronger stuff. The real downside for us is the wounds that we take, we cannot recover with Magnus the Red. So he's half dead, and he can't recover from it, which is a shame. Problem for us, usually we'd gather ourselves together and head off in this direction. There's a real danger of counter Overwatch here if we try and move as well. Interesting clash, Flamer versus Flamer here. Salamanders prevail at this point at least. Charges? No.
The defensive array now is...
Oh, sorry. I keep moving you on. It's a Thousand Suns trick.
There's 18 shots here.
18 shots from the defensive array. I'm just quite keen to move on, from what we've seen so far.
So this will be 3s and 4s.
Okay. 3s. That's good shooting. There's a 1 in there, and that's it. Looking very good.
And then 4s.
4's twin. And maybe we'll lose a model or 2 here.
2, 4, 6.
6 saves of 3+. Oh, hot dogs. Right, so pass them all. Okay. End of turn.
That's now end of turn, yeah.
All right. We'll see if points can be cashed in. I think Mike's done it here. I think he's got some points coming through. All right, so points coming through. Bit of a dream here for the Salamanders. 5 points for air denial, 5 points for extend battle lines. And this is a league game, so points on the board is absolutely crucial. We've talked about it really from the start of the season. Armies really need to pursue points to get as many on to the league as they can. The format is 2 games per faction. Salamanders are on their second game. Thousand Suns just kicking off with their first. We take the 2 totals. Whether you win or lose, we combine the points together. The top 8 armies go through to the knockout stage. Is the plan. So we're working our way through as many factions as possible to get an even representation, good variety. So if you're looking forward to factions, you haven't seen factions on the channel for a while, such as the Orcs, for example. They're on their way, and they'll be in the league, all being well. But each faction takes its turn. It is the turn of the big blue chicken at this stage, but he's half cooked already. We'll go on to turn 1 here for the Thousand Suns next. Okay, so turn 1 for the Thousand Suns. Obviously launching a response here against the Salamander's aggression. Cards coming through. Establish Locus, which is performing action in the centre of the board or in the opponent's deployment zone, which is tricky enough. And then Area Denial, the same card that Mike had's come up for us. And again, tricky because Mike's got there first. So it's worked out well. You've got the early grab for points, but also have prevented us from having an efficient turn as well. So we're going to pursue the kill point, trying to destroy any enemy unit to pick up 4 points. I think that's the best avenue for us, and to try and weaken these forces that have got themselves onto these objectives. So remaining stationary and resurrecting 1 model. Remaining stationary, Magnus the Red, frozen at, I'm not saying fear, but frozen in place just because he's in range 24. He could be overwatched even by this, for example, so just left him where he is, hoping that he can have enough impact to reduce these units down. Ruben Marines moving through the ruin. These 2 are downstairs, just moving straight through. Lead models have got to there. They've moved across, moved out of the way to let the Mauler Fiend through. That's moved around, a regular 10-inch move with no pivot. Backing off with the Zangors, going into here to get onto this objective. Backing up with these and pushing forwards to get onto the objective. Zangors have run 10. They're just a fraction short of the objective, but the Mauler Fiend rolled high enough and it's virtually on top of that objective over on that flank. That's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. So I confess I could have protected him better. Weaver of Fates uses ritual at the start of any phase. So should don't start your shooting phase. Once during the phase, when a saving throw is failed, you just get a reroll.
Yep, reroll.
Wow, curses. Okay, never mind. Start the shooting phase though. We'll spend 7 carball points on Doombolt, and it's going to come from him into the Land Raider for some devastating wounds of our own, or mortal wounds. So you have to use this ritual at the start of the shooting phase. We've got it in the right order this time. Select one enemy unit within 18, which he is, and visible to the psycho, roll 1d6. On a 1, you'll take d3 mortal wounds. 2 to 5, it's d3 plus 3. And if you roll a beloved 6, it'll be d3 plus 6 mortal wounds. To try and soften up that target if we can. And we'll go to Plum Hammer for this one. 5. Okay, so d3. It's not bad. I'll take that. 5 mortal wounds caused as we try and soften up the Land Raider. It's priority number 1. This thing, it's very, very dangerous. Down to 11 wounds left. Right, so we're going to go with this squad here, first of all. So these ones are out of range of down here, so we're going to put some shots into the repulsor. The rest of the firepower is going to come through against these. And then Astral Blast from him is going to go into the Land Raider, we reckon. So some split fire taking place. There's some rules kicking around as well. They're in range 6 of him, just through here. So he's going to give them +1 to the hit rolls, +1 to the wound rolls for their psychic attacks coming through. And firepower coming from this squad is going to be re-rolling the wound roll because Mike's on the objective as well. So there's a fair few things going on. We'll go with Astral Blast first. Definitely going to go Patronic. Joe Ash for this one. Number of shots of Astral Blast. Quite a crucial one. Nothing we can do. 1. 2's for hits. 1 hit comes through. Trying to wound. Re-rolling the wound roll. A 5. Toughness.
12.
It is 12. Yes, it is a wound because +1 to the wound rolls. AP -2 becomes AP -1 because of a little bit of cover. So you're okay. All right. So survived. No further damage coming through against him so far. Flamer attacks them. I've checked the range already. 4d6 hits against the repulsor. Trying to wound on 5s.
Yep.
Re-rolling.
Objective, yep.
Showing objective. Okay, so these are ignoring cover. Warp Flamer. Yeah, AP -1. So 2 saves with 3+. These ones here are -2 because the icon of flame grants an extra AP -1.
You're ignoring cover, aren't you?
Torrent, yeah.
-1.
Yes.
4 ups. on the repulsor.
Oh yeah, because it's not a 2-up base. Okay.
Yeah, so field 1 plus 1.
Okay, and then 2 5-ups then.
And then
The
2
next one.
yes for the extra, yeah. Plus 1 field 1.
Okay, 2 wounds taken. Oh man, that's... Mike's got a move he's going to do. He's got to wait till I finish shooting. But it's like molten cheese.
Yeah.
You'll see it in a minute. Evil stuff from these Space Marines. They're very professional this season. Very good. But anyway, we're going to carry on shooting across here. Okay, so we have a Warp Smite attack. 2 hits. And anti-infantry 4+. 2 devs. That's going to...
2 devs, yep.
Yeah, Warp Smite, non-psychic apparently. No keyword for that one, so just...
So I'll just hit 1 wound each, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 dead guy. Okay. 46 flamers next. Of, yeah, 12. Okay. I'm not using the Xenos dice. I think they do get corrupted by chaos, so we're keeping them out of the game. We're looking at just 4s to wound, because Mike's not very ranged an objective. Okay. 2 saves of 5+, and these are -2 to 4 saves of 6+.
Are they minus?
They're -1 base, yeah, ignoring cover.
That's all. I have 4+ info.
Oh, fine, take it. Then you can just do 6 saves of 4+.
6. Remember the last time I done this, the 4+ didn't help me out at all. That's helped me out a couple. So
Hang on average. Yeah.
1 damage each.
Yes, 3 wounds taken.
So the one over the one you had your hand on, yeah, and then one on one, yeah.
Okay. Soul Reaper cannon. Just hold on a second. He is only psychic weapons. That's what I wanted to check here. Yeah, psychic attacks only. That's fine. So up to 3s actually. And a 3 to wound. Nothing, and not even ranged objective, rerolling 1s. That's it. Okay, so that's their firepower completely finished. So now Mike can make this move. He's going to spend a CP gladly. And what's it called?
It's called Burning Vengeance.
Burning Vengeance.
So to narrow it down, when a transport has been shot, I wait till you resolve all your attacks.
Yep.
Then a unit embarked within that transport can disembark as if it was my movement phase, and can then shoot as if it was my shooting phase. But I have to target the unit, see it ineligible, that shot the transport.
Which is them. Mike wants to disembark with the aggressors, flame the life out of those. So Mike's rolling up dice here. This is their deployment. We'll zoom in because this is pretty cool here. Disembarking to seek revenge at something that just shot their transport vehicle. It's a very thematic and potentially very powerful stratagem being used. How much is that? 1 CP?
1 CP. Yeah.
To disembark an ambush.
So
It's a good one. 23 hits have come through. This is their flamers.
This will be
3s to wound.
Yep, because you're within 12.
Twin linked.
Twin link as well.
There's trouble here. Even -1.
You're not the closest eligible.
Ah.
If that happens.
Oh no, the Mauler Fiend's closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, downside Mike's talked about off camera is that the Mauler Fiend's now got a short charge into them, but Mike wants to block the Mauler Fiend would have gone into the actual vehicle itself.
So 21.
21 saves. Okay. I'll do 11 here. Ouch, 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 ouch. So 6 failed so far. Take away that one. 6, 7, 8, which is 4 dead Rubik Marines. Yeah, 1 more save. Pass. That was shots coming through from the captain. That's firepower for them finished. So they managed to kill 4 of those Rubik Marines in revenge. Okay, we'll press on. We've got to try and cause more damage here. We've got to try and go for the kill as well if possible. Right, next up. This is a crucial bit of firepower here. Magnus the Red is going to put all of his firepower into the Land Raider. We've paid a CP for devastating sorcery. So that's going to give us Reroll hit rolls, reroll wound rolls for him. He'll benefit from his own bubble, so +1 to the hit roll, +1 to the wound roll for his psychic attacks. So here we go. Moment of truth for Magnus the Red. First up then is Gaze of Magnus, which will be 3d3 attacks. And I'll call upon... We'll go Longbow BB on this one for some strange long-range firepower. Okay. 4 shots. 2, 3, 4 shots, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Okay, we'll try and hit on 2s. Okay, and we will re-roll these. No. We'll keep trying to fish for 6s.
No, what's 6s do?
Sustained.
Oh.
Yes, but I won't. What if I did? Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to try and wound then. So it's going to be 5s to wound, becomes 4s. Okay. This ain't quite so good. And -2, bit of cover. I've got to fish for 6s. Deary me. Oh, man. Right, okay. So 1 normal wound comes through. -2 becomes -1. So a save of 3+. Blocked. So I've only caused 3 devastating wounds.
Down to
8. Oh, we're not near killing him. We'll then go for Zinch's Firestorm, which will be D6 +3. 6. Uh-oh.
Lovely.
9 shots. Come on, Magnus. Everyone's rooting for you. 2s.
Ooh.
We'll reroll these 1s. Oh. Okay. Add sustained, so add in 3. And now we're going to go for a big fish. Because this is going to be 5s to wound. But crucially rerollable. 2 come through. I need 2 6s. Oh, we got them. I think we've got him. That's 8. Yeah. 8 devastating wounds. We've done it. We've done it on the lower caliber weapon. That's Zinch's Firestorm, just because we maxed out the number of shots. Doesn't blow up, and the target has been destroyed. Magnus the Red.
That's all you're shooting done though, isn't it?
From him, yes.
Is there anyone left to shoot?
These guys left to shoot, and that'll be the last of the shooting.
Okay.
Yes, Mike's just scouting ahead here for the disembarkation of the Blade Guard veterans. Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the chicken man. Hopefully too far away, I'm hoping.
12 inches, isn't it?
Well, Mike will disembark. Oh, to catch them maybe, yeah, but Magnus is the one I want to protect here. But we'll let Mike disembark with the Blade Guard veterans. It's like the Russian dolls, isn't it? We've broken open one, and then there's another danger inside here with these Blade Guard. All right, so that's the situation. Blade Guard veteran across there. Magnus the Red alleviating some of the pressure on him. There's a dangerous unit for sure. So glad to see it gone. Whether he's out of the woods yet, we'll have to see. There's plenty more dangers still on the board threaten him. This unit's still remaining. I'm going to go Astral Blast from the Exalted Sorcerer, and their Warp Smite's going to switch over, add into the new target with the Blade Guard Veteran, and then the Flamers and Sorry But Cannon's going to go into here. Burning through his Patreons, we'll go Michael Jamin for this firepower, and we'll start off with Astral Blast, it's range 18, going into the Blade Guard Veterans. Number of shots is 6. This is good. Astral Blast is +1. No, just +1 for blast. So 7 shots. We're on 2s. All of them. And sustained, so another 3. Then this is turning into something quite nasty here. We've got a lot of hits, and Astral Blast is strength 6, so 3s to wound. Magnus giving them +1 to the wound rolls, 2s to wound. And then there's Devastating Wounds as well. We could fish for those because Mike's on the objective.
Yes, mistakes made.
Oof. Ouch. So I'm going to fish with all of them. Kind of weird. But Devastating Wounds, as we've seen, this game is dangerous enough. And I've only managed to pick up, that was a golden opportunity. I've only managed to pick up one. I've actually failed with those 2 as well. That was a 2. Okay, so we're looking at 7 saves with cover. It's AP -2. Correct. So we're looking at 4-ups on 7 dice here.
Mm-hmm.
They are dangerous enough. They're D3 damage a time. So quite a crucial roll. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot of Devastating Wounds coming through. But chance for Mike to block these, which he will block just over the majority there. So blocked 4, 3 go through. So I guess it's D3. Any kind of feel no pain from this, from these? No. Okay, the Devastating Wound comes at the end. So D3 on the first man. 2 wounds, which would be an auto kill for the next dice roll coming through. And then D3. 1 wound plus D3. Another 1 wound. So 1 model slain and 1 wound left on another. Yeah, it's a sneaky bit of firepower coming through there of Astral Blasts. That's dangerous enough. We really saw that max out there quite nastily, but we didn't fish enough of the Devastating Wounds. Warp Smite, 2 shots in 2s. Okay. Nothing I can do about the 1. That's generates an extra, sustained. It's now going to try and wound you on 2s, I believe. I'll keep that one, reroll this one, because you're on the objective. So that's a 3. It still wounds because of force wound +1 to the wound roll, but it's not a Devastating Wound, anti-infantry 4+. So Mike gets a 4-up save on one of them, which is blocked. That one's anti-infantry Devastating Wound, which will transfer over to the final wound being taken on one of those models. So he goes. Okay. Rest of the firepower from here. So 4 flamers. Whoa, 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 whoa. 23? 23 hits.
I got that with 6 aggressors.
That's insane. Right, we're rerolling 1s to wound, but Mike's not on the objective. It's not getting the 4 reroll. We are getting +1 to the wound roll, though, so we are tipping over into 3s to wound. There is a lot here. And rerolling these 2 1s. Still 2 1s. -1, so I'm separating these out, but I don't really need to, so it's going to be, because it's all going to be 4+ invulnerable saves, whichever way you do it. 17? Ooh. Proper flame of war in this game. Blue flame versus orange. Natural fire versus unnatural.
17, yeah.
Yeah, 4-ups. There's lots of 4-ups have been made here, lots of them.
1, 2.
Really good roll.
And a bit.
Whoa, extreme stuff. 2 models slain. There's a guy on a wound already, so I could take him. And
So
then
another 2 then.
another 2, yeah. So dangerous enough that squad's now halved in size. Just off camera, Mike was going to be D6 +1. So there was 6 extra hits meant to come through. Resolve that off camera. 5 wounds came through. 2 failed. Another Rubic Marine slain. So that's all corrected. That's fine. Soul Reaper Cannon. 2s. And 2s, I think. Rerolling 1s. Okay.
What gives you the reroll 1s?
Their built-in ability Rubic Marines. It's called Bringers of Change. Each time model this unit makes a ranged attack, reroll wind rolls of 1. For targets in range and objective marker.
Perfect,
Yeah, it's rerolled. So you've got 4 regular saves, no AP minus going on with this. 1 wound goes through, and there's a devastating wound. On top of that, it's just another model slain. Okay, with that, firepower's complete. It's been dangerous enough, coming from both sides, burning each other out all over the place. We're going to charges. Yes, there is. I wouldn't mind charging across here to get in amongst those if possible. It looks like something like an 8-inch charge. We've obviously got the Mauler Fiend with his charge as well. Surely we must go into the aggressors as to how well we'll do.
It'll be a 9, because I had to drop outside a 9.
Oh, yeah. I resurrected a dude. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yeah, so we just checked. It's over 8 inches, so it's going to be an 8-inch charge. I hear the voice, use the force, Luke. We'll turn to Darth Windu for this charge. The last patch, and we burnt through them so quick. So here we go. 8 inches. I've got a 4 and a 5.
9, perfect.
Goes ahead. We'll push these in. Right, so they've gone in there. Morphine's made his charge of ease. And I'm going to tank shock with him. Just to try and chip away at wounds. So 10 dice need 5s. Anything you can do to soften this or stop this?
I'm just reading.
Yeah, we'll point it out because people might be saying, why didn't you do it? But there's reasons why not. There is a rule called combat
emergency combat embarkation.
Yeah, Mike can get back inside the vehicle. If he does that, obviously the unit's going to be able to escape. But they were sent out to block. So it's that's why Mike's going to keep them where they are.
If Magus is still there.
Yeah, because Magus is still there. So Mike could have gone back inside, hoped I rolled low enough to then try and reach the vehicle. But Mike would rather block that. They can be tough enough because Mike can play Armor of Contempt to knock down my armor penetrating ability. So I'm going to press them away. It's gone. Mike's consciously made the decision to remain where he is and not hop back inside the vehicle. That was an option. So I'm on the tank shock. Mm-hmm. We're looking for 5s on 10 dice. Okay, none. None.
Oh, okay.
0. Okay. In which case, we'll just carry on with that. So you're going to play 0 CP Armor of Contempt. So it's going to
reduce it by 1, but it becomes 0.
Yeah. Okay. Got a real fight in our hands now, and we are out of Patreons. In which case, we'll go for 6 attacks. First of all, with the Mauler Fiend Fists, needing 3s. 2s to wound. Strength 14. All right. 4 have come through at AP -1. 4 saves of 4+. This could go really well, or really bad or average here.
Blood Angels Ryan.
Blood Angels Ryan. It's a very important roll. And it's gone very, very well. Mike's passed 3 out of 4. D6 +1 on the damage. It's enough to crush one of those. Because we literally could have crushed 4 of them. It would have been deadly. Mm-hmm. But Mike's preserved most of the squad. There's not much to fear now. Just the Lasher tendrils. Oh, they're terrible. 3s. Followed by 3s. Yeah, 3 saves at AP 0. And all passed, no problem. Would have been 2 wounds, but the Armor of Contempt helped. So that's it. We managed to kill one. The road has officially been blocked, and they will get to strike back as well. It's against the Mauler Fiend. We'll switch over, though. This combat across here next. So we're kind of hoping our psychic weapons will do well. Force weapon, 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. They've all hit. Wounding, we're outside of Magnus now, so we're wounding on 3s. It's not so good. 2. Just see if we reroll that 1. Nope, it's only for ranged attacks. 2 come through at -1. 2 saves of 4+.
What's it? Is it a psychic weapon?
Yes, it most likely is. It is, yes. Feel no pain?
I'll have a 4+ for no pain, so you just need to roll the damage.
D3, so 1.
So 1, 4 up. Yep.
Passed. 3.
kill one.
Kill one. Okay, one Marine slain. Okay, we'll then switch over to regular Rubik's and the force weapon on the aspiring sorcerer. Sustained. 3s. Yeah, 3. 4 wounds come through at -1.
First.
2 get through.
Yeah.
Again, it's D3. 2. Blocked 1. The next one, 3. Submarine's going to go just about. Okay. Probably should have done regular attacks first and saved the other attacks for the character, but anyway, we'll go with regular attacks with close combat weapons from the squad, which will be 2 attacks each, and there's 10 attacks total. So looking for 3s, looking for 4s. Oof. 6 saves of 3+. These just regular attacks.
What's the damage?
Damage 1.
Take a 1.
Just a win taken. So dangerous enough. Didn't quite kill the unit there, but doesn't really matter. We killed the Land Raider, so we'll pick up our 4 points at least. Mike can strike back. He's got a decent enough weapon there with the Librarian, and then fighting back there with the aggressors as well. Yeah, 1 wound with an Infernal Marine against me. Mike's rolled up, and it has actually caused a wound. So we'll take a wound with him. Librarian's attacks, team 4s. 3, sorry.
3s, yeah. That many?
Okay, 3s to wound.
2, -1.
4+. Both go through.
D3 each, so...
It's auto kill.
Yeah. And the next one?
3, nice. That's useful for reducing that squad down. And then...
Yes.
Aggressors. Tuck the captain in. You can fight across the barricade. I think he's okay to do that. Yes, he's alright. So they all get to fight. 5 aggressors.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Can the Mauler Fiend hold?
Yeah, so 3s. Strength 9.
Toughness 10.
5s, twin link.
5s to win twin link. This is it. It's a really good roll so far. Now the twin linked. And it's really good support there again.
2,
7.
4, 7, yeah. -2 damage.
5 ups. Block 2. 10 damage. 12 wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, down to 1. 2 wounds left. Uh-oh. Mike roadblocked us. We're trying to roadblock him. He's almost done it. Captain fighting.
4, 5. Power Fist and then a relic. So relic there, yeah. So 2s. All of them.
This captain's going to do it, surely.
Strength 9, so I need 5s.
Not twin linked.
No.
No.
Had been twin linked.
Oh.
So the relic blade then has 2 extra attacks.
Down to the relic blade. 1 hit.
5.
5's to wound. No. Smaller Fiend holds with 2 wounds left. It's been crushed and crumpled here, but not quite brought down. I think that's the end of combats here.
Mm-hmm.
A blistering, fiery, crushing exchange between both of these two forces. Boy, do we sense they utterly hate each other. They really do. They've been burning each other out here and fighting away in close combat. Vicious here. This has all happened on turn 1. It feels like we played half a game already. End of turn here. We'll calculate points and see if the Thousand Sons have got any on the board. Yes, 4 points on the board for the destruction of an enemy unit, and then we've dumped the 2 secondaries, going to get rid of those and go for a fresh draw next turn. End of turn here for the Thousand Sons. We've got some revenge for sure. Mike still has very dangerous units on the board. they're dangerous. They're very, very dangerous. And then there's a decent unit in reserves for sure. Whether they turn up now, we may well see them. It's the Eradicators. They are available. We're going to turn 2 for the Salamanders next. All right, so turn 2 for the Salamanders, just at their side of the board here, just to get their perspective. So engage in all fronts. It's getting units into table quarters, and then containment is the other. Mike's picked up 8 points of primaries. He controls more objectives than the Thousand Suns. So controls that one on OC. Start of the turn, controlled that one over there in that corner, and the home objective is backed off, but it's a sticky objective with the intercessors. So they've pulled away sticky and hold here. Eradicators, this was the last move, so they've turned up here. It's obvious they're going to go after the Mauler Fiend, try and blast him off the objective. Remaining stationary with this. Remaining in close combat will continue the fight against the Mauler Fiend to try and bring him down. And then round the other side of the board, we'll go there in just a moment actually. Terminators, rapid ingress, a deep strike. I've turned up here, just over 9 inches away. Just over 9 inches away from either of these two targets. Something for Mike to think about, and hopefully a unit we can use on our next turn. Terminators are a pain. They turn up and they won't go away easily, so hopefully there'll be a thorn in the side. Across here, some careful choices of which units to move first. A massive surge from these, bursting out from here, 12-inch move. I then, you can have him back. He died on Overwatch. So we overwatched, killed a few, 2, and put a wound on another. That then opened the floodgates for manoeuvring. So these then swung around. I knew they were going to do it, but Mike's moved through here, potentially spotting a gap. He wants to go for the super long bomb chicken charge across here. Chicken run, we could call it.
Chicken on, yeah.
If they go for that charge there. Or the easier charge will be a sweep around assist across here. And then remaining in close combat. That's it. Quite straightforward here for this battle. End of movement. Shooting phase next. Start the shooting phase. Got to get this right. We're playing 2 of these abilities from Cabal of Sorcerers. First is Echoes from the Warp. Now that blesses the Psyker himself. So 6 cold points been spent on Magnus. That's going to give him the use of a stratagem for 0 CP. I'm out of command points here because we overwatched and rapid ingress. So I'm thinking of using Destined by Fate if we need it. And then also stacking that up with 2 CP for Weaver of Fates, which is a failed save and throw. We're going to play it on here, and then he blesses a friendly Thousand Suns unit within 18 inches, which he could bless across here or wherever it's needed on the board. So activating those 2 now.
So if you put it on him, yeah?
I don't know. I think... right. No, it's just when a save and throw is failed, so whenever that comes up. So I don't allocate who will be blessed until the save and throw is failed somewhere within 18 inches of here. Yeah, no, it's a good point. Mike's saying he's just going to kill them and they won't be able to use the power, which I think is true. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll start here first anyway.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to distract him. It's not working.
But the start of shooting phase, Hessen has pointed to this unit here to reroll Torrent and Melda.
Fine, okay. So Eradicators, not distracted by the Terminators next to them. They're going to stick to the plan.
Yep.
I think the Eradicator's reflecting Mike himself here. He's remained focused throughout this game, despite my attempts to distract him.
Trying my best. Trying my best.
Pulled out every trick in the book.
So 2 multi-melter rifles, 4 shots, hitting on 4s.
Give you a Mars bar if you shoot at the Terminators. Works with James every time you mention food. Sorry, carry on.
Well, so reroll.
Reroll hit rolls, yes.
Monster, yeah. 3.
3 hits, yeah.
Strength 9.
Toughness 10. 5's rerollable.
5's rerollable.
Oh, come on. 2 5s and a 6. Wow.
-4.
5+ invulnerable save. Oh! Yeah, that's it. So D6, rerollable.
Yep.
Reroll the 1. That's still got a 1. A wound caused. We're down to 11 wounds left. All of a sudden, could be trouble.
Not a happy bunny.
4s.
3s now. Will hit.
And that's, sorry, you're firing...
The Malta rifles now?
Ah, no, right, okay, gotcha, yep.
So, 5s.
Rerollings, 1 through so far. Still the one.
Oh.
5+ invulnerable save. Blocked. 1 wound caused. 1 wound caused. There's a lot to be said for a 5+ invuln save. Time and time again, a 5+ invuln helps out in extreme circumstances. Better than nothing, that's for sure. So, because of that, the Mortal Fiend is still alive.
So the 5 intercessors in the back.
Oh yes, they'll put some shots into the Terminators. All right, firepower from the intercessors has been resolved. Actually brought down one of the Terminators. 3 wounds in total coming through. No, 2 wounds came through, and then a crack shot got through and definitely destroyed that model. So he's gone. So next up, Infernus Marines. The numbers reduced slightly from Overwatch. I'm going to put everything into this Rubik Marine squad.
Yep. D6. Too many ones. So 10, 18, 27.
The amount of D6 auto hits we've rolled in this game is insane already.
27.
27 hits. 3s to win. Bit of pride here, I think. Who's the best flamer of them all?
Yep. And I will. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Heston pointing to them.
Yep.
So that's the reroll. I just hear that song. Anything you can do, I can do better. Like some full rerolls here.
That many so far.
Oh, this is horrific. Oh. There's loads. I'm going to count these out in 5s. There's loads of them.
24.
24? We're looking at the destruction of this unit here.
It's -1.
Yeah, we're taking the 4+ invulnerable save, which we are glad of, but whether it's enough.
There are 3 in there.
4 dead and a wound. I might be clinging on to perhaps a model or 2 left. Yeah, it's the Aspiring Sorcerer on his own with a wound left. 1 more wound will wipe the squad.
So D6 +3 from Heston.
Oh no, it's 5 hits.
Strength 7 now, so 3.
3's to wound.
And reroll that.
Save and throw.
-1.
Oh. 1. No. Yes. And yes. I'll reroll. I can reroll this 3. I can do it by using the 2 Carbal points, Weaver of Fate's psychic ability, unit within 18. I guess you can be benefited from your own bubble. Reroll the save and throw. It's a 4+ though. I'm meant to be saving it for him. No, don't be foolish. Do not be foolish. Magnus is way more important than this little princeling. So we'll die. We'll just go. I'm sorry, but there's no chance to bring that squad back. If I had have rolled. Ha! A 1. Right. Thank you very much. Rubik Marine squad destroy. They'll not come back. That's a tragic loss. And we now have no bodyguard protecting the Exalted Sorcerer.
How many ones has he got?
Yes, he's down to just himself now. 5 wound model. Toughness 4, 3 up save, 4+ invulnerable save. Like spending the CP for grenades. Wicked stuff. God. 16 4s.
How many does he have?
He's got 5 wounds, yeah. Grenades would be required, I think, to get him. Yeah, 4 devastating wounds.
Yep.
Wow, just need 1 success with the pistol. This is clinical stuff here from the Salamanders.
Killing things means...
Yeah, prizes. And then you'll stop him from then using his ability to assist him. So Mike's doing it in the right order.
That's why I was sitting here going, use it.
Here we go. Pistols. See if they can do it.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so 2 Neo Volkites from the lieutenant and the sergeant from the squad.
Okay.
2 hits. Now we want a 6. We got 1 6, it's dev.
Oh, it's all over. No, take him off, gun. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Target destroyed. Okay. This helps all to kill tally now, trying to push the tally high enough to stop the Thousand Suns from catching up on this battle round. Really efficient stuff here. Thousand Suns being cleared out. Good fighting, good shooting. Good tactics from the Salamanders. Pistol shot across here, no wound coming through. Anything else?
The repulsor.
Oh boy, here we go.
So, I'm thinking... everything?
Into Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Everything into Magnus. All guns open fire.
So, just to keep it simple...
Do the big boys first, yeah. Oh.
I'm just going to get rid of all those small ones first.
Okay.
Because then it might...
Chip away.
Yeah. Because you know what it's like, you could roll really low on a last home. 5, 10...
All your mini stuff's rerolling the hit roll and +1 to the wound roll because of Oath of Moment.
Yeah. Yep.
18 shots.
18 shots. Sitting on 3s rerolling.
Can Magnus survive is the big question. If he goes down, we'll be losing the battle for sure.
Okay. 5's the wound.
Yep.
Strength 4, so yeah. 3.
3. 2 ups.
Yeah.
1's a possible, and there is 1.
Okay.
Michael, take that. Yeah, be happy enough. Dropping down to 6 wounds left. Tick tock, time's running out here. Magnus the Red.
Yeah, so 2 last hands.
Here we go. This is it. 3s.
On 3s.
1 and a 2. Re-rolling. 2 hits. 2's to wound. No, yes, no.
3s.
3's to wound.
10 this one.
2 wounds to go through. Here we go. 4+ invulnerable saves.
Oh, do you do that?
Blocked 1. I have to do it now. So yeah, I'm going to use my 2... No. I'm going to use my 0 CP ability to do Destined by Fate to block that, and that stopped it.
Yeah.
Next. Oh boy, it's all down to this one now.
Twin lads, yep. Hits.
Okay.
2s. Oh, no reroll.
Oh. Goes through.
Another 4 up.
4+. No! Nothing I can do.
D6 +1.
D6 +1, but you're on -1 because of my ability. So 6 to kill. Oh! It's a 4! Oh, dear.
The reroll.
No, I would have got a 6 if you had a rerolled. 2 wounds left. 2 wounds left on Magnus the Red. No.
The charges.
Yeah, charge is going to be something like a 10, but it's possible.
We need to do logic.
The logical charge, the heroic charge. Which would you choose?
The logic.
Mike says stick to his sensible plan. Assist. The heroic side says Magnus. Game killing.
It really does.
Game killer move. He's doing a practice. Fail. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that was the roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I'll do the roll now. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So 7.
Right. In they go. That is the only charge. All right. So they've swung around here. So Mike gets to fight first with this one.
Yeah.
There's a 4+ invulnerable save, so we can put up some kind of resistance.
Yeah. So there is still 4 left.
Yeah, 4 regular blade guard men. 4 attacks each.
Yeah.
You'll use those to cut through the regular rubrics. They've been eliminated in this game. Our casualty rate with those is very high. Expose them too early.
I can reroll the win roll. I'm going to go for start of combat. Reroll 1s to hit. Yep, I can reroll 1s to hit or reroll 1s to fun save. So
okay.
I'm hoping they're not going to be around. 3s, 6s are lethal. Reroll these ones.
Yep. So we're now taking away 1s and 2s. There's a few. There's some lethals. Put to the side. Toughness 4.
Strength 5. So 3s, rerolling. That comes from Adrex Agathon.
Right. Useful.
4, 8, 10, 11.
11. I can roll these all together because the whole lot just get 4+ invulnerable save, whoever it is. It's horrific. It's horrific. That's yeah, they're dead. It's going to be dead here. 1, 2, 3. That'll slay all of them. Oh, we're dead. 3 twice over with the. Oh, goodbye. Blade Guard veterans. Solid unit choice. Must be exalted sorcerers and all Rubric Marines removed from play. That's a very, very dangerous situation. And Magnus Thread on just 2 wounds left. So Thousand Suns officially in trouble. End of combat there at least. We'll move on to the next one, which I think is going to be the Mauler Fiend with his attacks, or attack with him.
So this is a new battle round, so I will pay the
Same thing again.
Yep.
Okay, 3s. Okay. 2s. Okay. 5 saves of 4+. A little bit of pressure on these as the Mauler Fiend desperately fights on.
Okay.
Ooh.
A bit better for you, so that's 3.
3 go through, yeah. So the first one is 3 wounds.
Yeah.
+1, so it's 4 wounds. 6 wounds. And 5 wounds. That's 3 crushed under the feet of the Mauler Fiend.
Yeah.
So you should still get him, but it's going to be at a cost here. We'll do Lash of Tendrils next. Need 3s. Need 3s. Yep, 3 saves of 3+.
3 saves of 3+. Oh.
Ooh, 2 wounds come through.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike's pushed in, fight back.
2, 6 on 3s. 5.
5 swing rerollable. This should be it. There's 3. Excellent. There's 4. And we're dead. I wouldn't mind blowing up. We do not. All right. Mauler Fiend destroyed, removed from play. Green now dominates all the way across here. We have lost the fight for the middle ground. Space Marines control this stretch across the board. Very interesting. I think that's the end of the turn here. Mike's destroyed all his targets. We've got nothing left to fight back with. Thousand Sun's not out of the fight, but the Space Marines are ahead and dominating the table. We'll give an update on the score. It's a good score. 8 points for primaries, 2 points for engaging all fronts. Containment's been dumped. 4 points coming through for kill points, potentially another 4. Space Marines, the Salamanders are on 24 points already. It's a really good score. You're going to need high scores if you really want to push through and get into the top 8. It's going to require high scores for sure, possibly points levels of something like 150 odd points you'd need to really get through into the higher levels of the league. So Mike's on 60 currently. So yeah, so you're on 84 now. There's plenty more points to harvest if Mike wants to really push up in the league. Same for the Thousand Suns. Even if we're going to lose this battle, we've got to get points onto the board. Otherwise, they could be in danger of crashing out early here. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Thousand Suns next. We're on turn What turn is it? 2?
And let's turn 2, yeah.
Oh, turn 2 here for the Thousand Suns. Recover assets and overwhelming force, destroying enemy units and objectives, and then performing actions in the 3 areas of the board. My deployment zone, no man's land, the opponent's deployment zone as well. Possible ones to do. We're interrupting movement here because Mike's about to overwatch. Across the other side, Terminator's moved off towards the Eradicators. Veering to its right, the Mauler Fiend just shimmering across, not pivoting, straight towards the Repulsor. Zangor's onto the objective, just got toe hold on it. There's just a couple of models there, just in range. Backing up with these, I'll perform the action with them. We have to perform the action and survive through to the end of the opponent's next turn for us to get the points. Zangor's holding position. Magnus was here. Mike chose not to overwatch at this point. We finished our move and then has chosen to overwatch with the tank, which is a range 24. And here we go. 2 wounds to try and get through.
Right, so the defense array.
That's range 24 as well.
Yep.
3 hits, off to a good start.
Rerolling.
Oh no, because of Oath of Moment.
Yeah, well,
Nothing.
Okay. 5's the wound.
5's to wound because +1 to the wound roll. And there's a wound.
We've got 1.
2 plus.
2 plus.
We can do those. Just about. Oh dear.
Right. Now we've got the last Talon.
Moment of truth. Here we go. 2 shots, needing 6s.
Shots, needing 6s.
No.
Rerolling. Oh,
No.
that equals 6.
Las cannon. No.
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 So you escaped.
He's escaped. All right, we'll carry on with our move. Okay, so the rest of the move finished. We've brought the Terminators in here, just over 9 inches away. Just trying to get into a quieter area of the board. Fight a little battle over here. It's too hot across the other side of the table. Movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. Shooting phase. Magnus the Red, who has survived. We're going to put everything we have into them. I was going to split. I'm going to go into that. I've got to try and eliminate those if I can. I think it's going to take all of our firepower if we can even do that. I don't want to cause a couple of casualties on each. It's not going to be the way to go. So we're going to use Devastating Sorcery. We've got the CP for it. And that's it. So we're going to go for firepower. We'll start with the Gaze of Magnus, which will be 3d3 attacks. It's all right. It's 7. We're rerolling our hit rolls and win rolls, so we're looking for 2s. We'll keep everything and reroll these 2 1s. So they've all hit with sustained. We're going to try and wound on 2s. +1 to the wound. No. Yes, +1 to the wound roll for his own ability. And then reroll on the wound roll for the stratagem. Oh boy. This is interesting. Fish. Mike says fish. Okay. Oh! Whoa. Right, this is really good. Okay, so what we have here is 5 saves at AP -2 in the open. So 5 saves of 4+. Each of these is damage 3.
Yep.
It's good rolling. 2 go through.
Yep.
Any kind of feel no pain?
Nope.
Right. This one?
Let me see here. Yep, that just dead back to you. It'll not really matter at this point.
Yeah, because then you've got
Whoever's got the helmet on their base is the lieutenant.
him.
Yep.
Right, so those 2 are going to be slain from Devastating.
Yep.
And then 6 Devastating wounds would be enough to take out the lieutenant. It's probably got 4 wounds, 5
Yep.
wounds. Wow. Magnus. Okay, and then all anger and hatred and resentment now put into Agrak Sagatone with the next attack, which is going to be Zinch's Firestorm. D6 +3 +1. +3 +1. 2s. Okay, we'll just re-roll this one. So they've all hit. And it's going to be the big fish. It's going to fish like crazy. It's not so amazing. Okay, so this one comes through at AP -1 and 2 damage at a time. 7.
3 ups.
3 plus.
Feel 1.
Whoa.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
2 damage, goes straight through.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus another 4. So 5 wounds caused.
Perfect. Right on the nose.
As in?
5 wounds.
He's got 5 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Okay, so by a Kroot's whisker, there was enough to take him down. All right. Target destroyed. Agrak Sagatoni's squad removed from play by the stare and spite of Magnus.
I haven't. Just went, no, teleport me up.
Mike's got the CP, saved it, refused to help across here. He's saving it. He wants 2 CP for some kind of combo where you can do devastating wounds, which we can all guess who that might be against. We'll press on with firepower here as the Thousand Suns refuse to die here. They're continuing the fight. So we've pressed on the rest of the firepower, which really just came from the Terminators. They directed all of their firepower into the Eradicators, took down half the squad, 3 of them eliminated and removed from play. We'll go on to charges next. It's the Mauler Fiend. Ow!
Yeah.
I was about to say tank shock, but we've spent all our CP. So nothing for him. We'll go on to charges though. Terminators, some potential charges. I think we'll go around and try and capture these on camera here. So anyway, charging there. We'll do this one first. Close. So failed. Nothing I can do. This one should be okay. 7. I think it's about a 5, so we'll roll these in. So okay, and then the Mauler Fiend is just a roll. 7, and he goes. He can just go in like so. All right. 2 out of 3 charges going ahead. All right, so Terminators across the other side will do their attacks. Not expecting to wipe the squad, but we'll see how we get on. It makes sense to go the force weapon first. 4 attacks. Need 3s. Then we need 4s. 2 go through. It's AP -1.
4 ups.
Oh, well done. Blocked both. That's a good result. Next we'll go with the Capeshis. So you get 3 attacks each, and there's 3 models. 3s. It's impressive. 5s to wound though. None. Ting, ting, ting. Gravis. Next, we'll go on to the Mauler Fiend. Oh, no. 3. 3s to wound. All right, 3 have gone through. Yes, I believe so. -2. Just checking. It is. So 5 ups. 2 6s.
2 damage, yeah.
D6 +1.
Oh, D6 +1, yeah.
Yeah. Ow.
2 damage.
2 damage, right, fair enough. We are bouncing here. Lasher tendrils. Nothing. We've caused 2 wounds. Mike can fight back. Alright, so combat's resolved. Actually caused 2 wounds on the Mauler Fiend. It's actually equaled the damage. Bizarre. And across the other side, no damage coming through against the Terminators. And that's it, end of turn. Mike picked up a bonus 4 points for destroying more units. He wiped out 5. I killed 3 in the end. We got 4 points for objectives, 4 points for destroying enemy units. That takes us to 12. We dumped both of our secondaries. No one's performing the action for recover assets. And overwhelming force, we actually didn't destroy any units on objectives. So we dumped both. We'll go for fresh cards next turn. It feels like turn 4, 5, but it's not. It's not. We're on turn 3. So I'm trying to just calm down, play the long battle here, the long war for the Thousand Suns. Salamanders may well take the same approach here. Much of the fighting has been done, but still time. There's so much time left in this game for both sides to try and pick up points. We're on to turn 3, middle stage of the battle for the Salamanders next. All right, turn 3 here. Cards drawn is Assassination and Secure No Man's Land. Decent cards here for the Salamanders. This unit's moved through, half of them underneath this barricade here, but they're going to try and go, I think, for this Devastating Wounds combo. Perhaps the last thing he does, we're going to overwatch them as they finish their move. So CP being spent. And we'll direct all of our firepower into them, obviously. So we're going to go for 3d3 with the Gaze of Magnus. Okay, it's nothing too scary. 5 attacks. Sixes. I don't have my snazzy stratagem here. I think it's shooting phase only. So nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. So we'll move on to the next one. Zinch's Firestorm, which will be d6 plus 3 plus 1. Oh, what a way to say goodbye. 6 plus 3 plus 1. To survive, 10 sixes. Well, 3 hits plus 3. It's not going to be enough. Mike only needs 2 wounds to get me, but we'll try and add wound here on 2s. Okay, Mike's in cover. And it's -1. So 5 saves of 3 plus. 2 go through, damage 2, and devastating wounds. So 3 models slain from that squad. It's probably not going to be enough, but we did the best we could. So movements complete. These have advanced, as we've seen. Overwatch, still 5 of them left, should be enough. Their options are diverse here. There's all sorts of things that they could do. Advanced. No grenades. Yeah, interesting. These have advanced around here, just gone to the objective. The drop pod, I thought it was 0 OC, but it's actually not. It's actually 2. So there's 2 units holding that. These are holding, but they can shoot and potentially charge. Vehicle's going to shoot out of the combat most likely. Marines still in that corner, and the combat continues against the Terminators. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay. Add firepower from the tank. A wound caused. That was firing into the Terminators. The big guns into Magnus the Red.
Yeah.
Last talent.
3s. 2 hits.
Oh, maybe 4s shooting out of combat.
1 hit.
1 hit. Yeah, add over moment's been switched over onto the mortar vein. The wound goes through. The wound goes through.
-3.
4 plus invulnerable save. Passed.
20 cannon.
Hits. Doesn't
wound.
wound. Does wound. 4 plus. Right. He's got me, and it's between a rock and a hard place here, because he'll do the devastating attack. But I could force you to spend your money, perhaps as the final punishment for Magnus. So I'm going to pay the CP to take that failed save and throw and change its damage 0. Destined by fate.
Oh, would have been
damage 2 with +1, -1, 2 would have killed him. Yeah, okay. So I may not have had the best tactics with him, but you can't fault me for trying to keep him alive. It's a tough one. I could hold him here in the corner, right, and survive, but he won't do anything. He needs to be out there doing stuff, but it comes at a cost.
Oh, before I do that, actually, I will try the Librarian.
Yes.
I'm going to do the...
Oh, against Magnus?
Yeah.
Range 24?
Yeah.
Wow.
24, yeah.
Cool.
D6.
Do it. 6 attacks. Uh-oh.
But I took them off, so it'll be 3s, no rerolls.
Some difference without oath of the moment.
And then it'll be, what's your toughness?
11. 5 to 8.
5s, but we're looking 6s.
Got 1.
Yep.
That's devastating.
That's devastating. Plus that, it's D3 devastating, but you need to do this one first.
What's the minus on that one?
2.
Failed. So it's 2d3. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, yeah, 3 wounds in total taken. Do we blow up? We do. I think we blow up. Yeah, we do.
Mortal wounds. I do not.
Okay. D6 deadly demise. You within 6? Yes, you are. Okay, how many do you take? Goodbye, cruel world. 2 wounds taken. You're okay.
Kills a model.
Just kills a model. Front guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Now, how many chickens do we take with us? Half the squad have gone.
5? What?
Yeah, 5. We've cooked our own goose here. Oh, dear. And, of course, our dear cultists will check the range. Okay, by a miracle. Usually they like to be at the feet of Magnus here, but he's gone. And, well, they escaped. They were 6.5 inches. So, target removed. Magnus died, right? But he caused a fair bit of damage.
Massive amounts. And if you look at the amount of firepower I was having to put into that instead of...
As a big distraction,
else,
yeah. So I'm not totally disappointed. Of course, would love to have kept him alive. If I've said before in games, I think, if Magnus survives through to turns 4 and 5, it's usually big trouble for the opponent. So he's died here in this game, but he's ripped out chunks of this Salamanders force. If you look at the Salamanders, casualties are running very high for them. Great game, really good combination for a battle. Classic Chaos Space Marines against one of the well-known and very popular Space Marine chapters as well. Great combination for a game. As we fight across this industrial complex here, full of chemical spillages all over the place. Okay, we'll press on. More firepower to come, but the main target has been brought down. Magnus the Red is gone. The rest of the firepower has been resolved. Chickens are now gone, burnt out by these. 16 wounds, hits coming through. 1 wound caused against those Terminators. That was firepower coming from the Intercessors over in that corner. Pistols, nothing coming through from the Eradicators. Chargers have now gone ahead. Mike's making his attacks to try and bring down the Mauler-Fiend, which sits at 9 wounds left, I think.
They've all hit with the reroll.
Yes.
Now 4s.
4s because of Oath. Very good.
And then twin linked.
And twin linked. 3. At -2.
That's 2 damage.
5 ups. Failed all of them. 6 damage.
6, yeah. Down to
3 wounds left.
3, yeah.
This is it. Down to the captain. Mike's clearing a massive chunk of this board. If I survive, I can fight back. Captain in the fist. Probably on 3s.
2s?
2s with the fist. Great.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to meet up with the Imperial Fist Captain one day for a cup of tea and coffee.
See at this point, I'm just going to CP. Reroll 1. I need it dead.
Oh, desperate stuff.
3 minus 2 damage.
4 wounds.
Yes.
Dead. Doesn't blow up. Take him off. Good clean job.
And then at the end of the fight phase, I'm going to spend a CP.
We've got the narrative for the game. It's not Chemical Plant, it's the green paint factory for your chapter.
Oh, for the yes.
And the chicken came in and started smashing everything. That's why all these leaks. Who made all this mess, said the Salamanders. Oh, it was Magnus the Red. Oh, dear. So we've got our theme. Okay. This can be your home world here.
Yep, so I'm going to pay 1 CP to do Rabbit Embarkation.
Whoa.
End of the fight phase. And the restriction is as long as I haven't disembarked.
Fine. Hop back inside.
So I'm going to hop back inside.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Mike's hopping back in. The idea is to try and remove that unit, get them off, get them out of the way to stop kill points from coming through. We'll do our attacks with the Terminators. So 4 attacks. That's really good striking. And then an extra attack for sustained. Force to wound. Not bad. No devastating or anything going on. So you've got 3 saves at -1. 3 saves at 4+.
2.
2 go through. D3. It's killed 1. And 2 wounds on another. Ouch. Okay. It's down to the Capesh next. Terminator's grinding away. 5s to wind. Yeah, 2 come through at -2. Goes for enough to kill another. Yeah, 2 damage. Yeah, I'll try just the 1 left. So, attacks, 2 wounds caused, 2 saves passed, end of turn, end of combat, points coming through, blistering turn here for the Salamanders. 8 points for objectives, and they're controlling more objectives than me. 4 points for kill points, potentially another 4 coming through, depending on our tally. And then 5 points for secure no man's land, 5 points for assassination as well, another 10 points coming through. Exceptionally strong on secondaries here in this game for the Salamanders, taking Mike to 50 points here at the end of turn 3, potentially 54 points. We've said about a high score being required by the Salamanders, and they're getting it. They're doing very, very well indeed. 8 is like a good score in a game. And Mike is heading towards that here. And despite the casualties, areas of the board starting to look very safe for the Salamanders, which is very good news for them. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Thousand Suns next. All right, so turn 3 here for the Thousand Suns. We're desperate to get points onto the board, otherwise we will be handicapping ourselves going forwards. 4 points for primaries, for the control of objectives, which you've since backed away from. We've pulled away from this one. We picked up a point, so we're just going to try and pull back just to get away from those. Disembarking and all dangerous stuff coming from them, so we backed away onto the opposite side of the terrain with the Zangors. They've done their job holding that objective. Terminators moving off towards Mike's home objective. Terminators remaining in close combat across there. It's a better situation for the Thousand Suns. Our secondaries are assassination. There's a character here, but we can't really get to him. There's a character inside there, we can't really get to him, so we'll maybe leave that one. But the other one is engage in all fronts, getting units into table quarters. We've done it, 1, 2, 3. And the cultists have turned up here. So that should mean we pick up 4 points for that at the end of the turn. Our next mission is to try and kill an enemy unit. We'll go on to shooting phase next. All right, so we've pressed on with the rest of the turn. And we did combats across there and destroyed them. So eradicators are gone. There was a fight across here. Mike survived well enough against the Capeshis. There's plenty of wounds came through, but he rolled lots of 4-ups. He played Armour of Contempt. Come on, re-rolled a save as well. So 3 models survived. Terminators lost a model. Mike managed to cause a wound. No, it was a Thunderhammer wound came through. 2 of them came through. Command re-roll as 4-up vulnerable, so past 1 of them at least. So Mike destroyed 1 Terminator. We control that objective. We're about to celebrate because we control more objectives, which would have affected Mike on his next turn, but remember we backed off both of those, so Mike will still control more objectives on the board. End of turn, give you an update on the score here for the Thousand Suns. So end of turn, Thousand Suns are getting some points coming through. 4 points destroying enemy unit, 4 points for controlling an objective, 4 points for engaging on fronts. 24 points to us now, which is a poor enough score. Not the worst. Mike's got an extra 4 points coming through, taking him to 54, and he's about to pick up another 8, plus whatever else he can score. Turn 4 coming up for the Salamanders next. There's not much left here on the board. It really is now a battle on the fringes. The casualties are piled up across here, and a burning smell across the board as well. We're going to turn 4 for the Space Marines. So turn 4 here for the Space Marines. Cards drawn for them is no prisoners, that's destroying enemy units, and recover assets, which is the one that come up for us, which is performing actions in the 3 areas of the board: no man's land, opponent's objective, home objective. Mike's going to perform it here in my deployment zone, here in no man's land, just to pick up the first requirement for points, and that is it. These move through here to shoot at those. The melee continues across the other side. Tank's going to shoot into the Terminators. That's it. Shooting phase next. All right, so we've pressed on with firepower. So flamers and attacks coming through here killed half the squad. We passed a compulsory battle shock test. Firepower from across here. Command re-rolled. Used some remaining cobble points to re-roll a failed armor save to try and keep Terminators alive, which we did. There's 4 of them left. And that was it. Then went on to close combats. And across there, the Capeshis brought down all of the Marines that were left there on the objectives. So it's now fallen into Thousand Suns' hands. That's the end of the turn here for the Salamanders. Now, it's interesting. Thousand Suns, they're going to lose the game. But instead of being wiped out, we've got stuff on the fringes of the board. So there's still opportunity for us to try and bring in points. Salamanders, very heavy casualties for them. They've got units crucially positioned on the board, really good positions on the board for anchoring objectives as well. So both armies, I think, looking to rake in points. Salamanders have their own agenda just to really push their score as high as they can. And then the Thousand Suns trying to get points onto the board to give them some kind of chance as the league progresses. We'll give an update on the score next for Salamanders turn 4. All right, so points coming through. 8 points for primaries, control more objectives than me, and you get 4 points just for holding any objective. Interesting, we destroyed that unit over there. Mike's destroyed none on his turns. It looks like 1,000 Suns, for this turn at least, may pick up the 4 and 4 as far as destroying enemy units is concerned. So there are some points coming through for us here. There's certainly no need to give up at this stage. We'll press on to their turn 4 next. So turn 4 here for the 1,000 Suns. We've gone ahead and just resolved the turn because not much has been going on for them. As we said, 4 points for destroying an enemy unit from Mike's turn, 4 points for destroying more. So that's giving us 8 points. 4 points for primaries because we controlled that objective over there. Cards drawn then behind enemy lines. And the other one we dumped in the end. It's Storm Hostile Objective, which is just too difficult for us. So that one's been dumped. We had paid a CP to discard Marked for Death, which we removed and replaced with behind enemy lines. So, backing off a little bit more with these, staying away with those. Terminators that were there advanced to get a second unit into Mike's deployment zone for behind enemy lines. That unit's moved to the edge, shot, and a Sorry Buchanan caused a couple of mortal wounds, devastating wounds against the tank. It's down to 7 wounds left. Frozen on the spot with those. Came to the end of the turn. 4 points picked up behind enemy lines, giving us an extra 16 points coming through. It's not bad for an army that's, I was going to say running around like a headless chicken. It's pretty, it's pretty much what's been going on with that Magnus. 40 points in total for the 1,000 Suns. It's not too bad. An extra 3 points picked up for Mike for his recover assets, which was finished, so taking him to 65. The gap's being closed. We're not going to catch the Salamanders. 1,000 Suns trying to build their own treasure here at this stage. We're going to go on to turn 5, the final turn of the game. Do stay with us. We'll give you an update on the league here at the end of the battle report as well. So turn 5, final turn of the game for the Space Marines next. So turn 5 for the Salamanders, 4 points coming through for primaries, 4 points for controlling more. Cards in players marked for death and no prisoners. Marked for death we put onto the 2 Terminator squads, and the Zangos just safely sheltered over there. Mike's done his work at controlling objectives. These are moved out to try and take them down. These are moved through here to snatch the objective, sit on it, and then flame those. Tanks moved away, trying to escape from potential psychic attacks that can come from the Terminators. That's it, move done, shooting phase next. So we've gone ahead and resolved the turn. So move shot through here and charge destroyed. Mike's, that unlocks 4 points for a kill, 2 points for no prisoners as well. And if Mike's killed more than me, potentially another 4 points. So that move's like a 10-point move.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Shot a load of stuff against the Terminators, and we used a mixture of inbound saves, carbon point reroll, and then a stratagem to ignore damage coming through. So no damage coming through, just 1 wound from small arms fire. Firepower from these killed 6 of those, and they busted on Battle Shock. End of turn, points coming through, another 4, 4, 4, and 2. So 14 points come through, taking Mike to 79. It is a really good score. 79 points, potentially more. What we'll do is going to finish off the game. We're going to turn 5 here for the 1,000 Suns, their final manoeuvres. So we've pressed ahead with the turn for the 1,000 Suns. We tried to converge firepower on this to destroy it and failed. Brought it down to 2 wounds left. Close, but not close enough. Just holding on to that objective, that one, but Mike controlled 1, 2, 3, so we couldn't beat him on that tally. We couldn't destroy a unit. Failed to destroy a unit. Didn't pick up any points for that. And the cards in play secure no man's land and extend battle lines. So extend we couldn't do because we lost a home objective. Secure no man's land, yes. There's angles moving up and picking up points over there. 4 points for the control of an objective at the end of the game as well. It's another 4 points. So 4 points for that one, 2 points for Secure No Man's Land. That's all the points we got coming through. So we're going to give you an update on the score, the final score here for both sides, and we'll also update you with the league. Okay, battle's over. That was a grinder of a fight. So points coming through, the final score, 83 points for the Salamanders. It's a very good win for them. It's rekindled the fire, rekindled their hopes for the league. And then 46 points for the Thousand Sons, which is a loss for them, but it's one of the highest scoring losses here in the league so far. So look away now if you don't want to know the results coming through. We're going to update you here with the league. So Salamanders, they played their 2 games. This is their final score for this season. The first army to do so, 143 points. That's the score that's been set for other armies to chase. They go top, but they're the only game, or the only army with a game in hand. And then going all the way down here to 9th position at 46 points here for the Thousand Sons. They're just above the Harlequins, the Ultramarines, the Necrons with a poor score, and the Red Scorpions as well, with the lowest score at 33. That is the league. At the top, Tyranids Red, Tyranids Leviathan, Imperial Fists are doing really well. Astra Militarum for James, Urath at number 5, the Tau to defend their crown at 73. Mike's Black Legion, a good score from them at 72. Eldari, 60 points there in there as well, and then we're on to the sort of losing armies here. Thousand Sons, Harlequins, Ultramarines, Necrons and Red Scorpions. The league's still open for everybody. Plenty of games still to come. Keep a lookout for battles on the channel, on regular YouTube videos, and also sharing them on YouTube channel membership as well. So big thank you to everyone that supports us. Join us if you can. It means you can unlock all the extra battle reports that we do. We are shifting over now to 2 games on membership in the month, 3 games on YouTube is the plan, just to give a better reward for those supporting us on membership. So to catch all the action, join us here on the channel, and a massive thank you to everyone that already does. So great game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Yeah, whoa, before you go, units of the game for both sides. Interesting, Mike said the Salamanders Marines, good hard-working units, dangerous enough, they're a nightmare to deal with because of Overwatch and so on, and then when you can get enough of them firing, they cause trouble for everybody. So Salamanders Marines for the Salamanders. Tactically, I should say the Terminators across the other side for hanging around over there and picking up points, but I'm going to give it to, controversially, Magnus the Red. If I just kept him alive longer, oh, how different things could have been. Note to self, keep Magnus alive in the next game. See if that happens. That's it. That's units of the game for both sides. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.